Hello and thank you for attending. We are going to be talking about our second half of the COBRA subsidies. Today we're going to be talking about the model notices. The Department of Labor provided us with various model forms, and we'll be going over each one, the difference between them, and when you need to send these out as well too. Many of you have seen the information, and now we're going to dive into the specifics on what you need to do with these various forms. So I'll be going over the forms and we'll be talking about what you need to do with them and certain deadlines as well too. Please keep in mind that the forms that we're going to be going over, they do need to be customized. So take some time to take a look at the different forms and how you need to customize those for compliance standards as well. Keep in mind there's two ways of sending out these model notices. Either you have a third-party administrator or you're going to be doing them internally as the plan administrator. We'll be going over that and the differences as well too. So I'll be using the term AEI interchangeably. And what does that mean? It's kind of a new term as it relates to the COBRA subsidy. It means assistance eligible individual. And who is that? Well, it's somebody who is eligible for COBRA coverage due to termination of covered employees' employment, except for voluntary termination or for reduction of employees' hours, and two, elects COBRA coverage. Key word here is involuntary termination or reduction of hours, and that's why they were eligible for COBRA. We'll be using the term, again, assistance eligible individual, much different from just a qualified beneficiary. So next we're going to go into the various types of forms. The first one that you'll see here is the COBRA General Notice and COBRA Election Notice. Now, as you look at this one here, you'll see specifically on the top that this is for individuals that have a COBRA qualifying event April 1st through September 30th, 2021. So for example, if I'm terminated or laid off today, which is April 20th, then this is the form that my employer is going to be customizing to send to me. Also too, I call this Form 1, COBRA Form 1. So again, this is for new assistance eligible individuals. The second form that we're going to be going over is what I call the second chance for AEI. And that's what it is. It's to use for second chance for assistance eligible individuals. This form must be provided by May 31st, and recipients have 60 days to return this back to you if in fact they would like to elect it. So you will see specifically some language on there that specifically says who this goes to. Keep in mind, these also need to be customized as well too when sending these out. Again, keep in mind, must be provided by May 31st. Also to the recipient that receives it, they have 60 days to elect. Again, also called second chance. I call this COBRA Form number 2, just for simplicity purposes. Now, the next form that you'll see here is the state model notice. So for those that are 20 or more employees, they're going to fall under federal COBRA. We also have in about 40 states plus the District of Columbia, we have something called mini COBRA, and those are for smaller businesses that have below 20 employees. So the Department of Labor has created a state form. Many of you will notice that the carriers, the insurance carriers, will be taking care of the forms. However, you do need to make sure that you are complying and taking care of your portion if in fact you do have employees that would fit this definition as well too. Next, you will see this is the DOL summary. So before this, we talked about COBRA Model Notice 1 COBRA Notice 2, it's called the second chance, and COBRA Notice 3, which is the state. This here is the DOL summary. Now this needs to be provided with either COBRA Form 1, 2, or 3. This is a summary of COBRA Premium Assistance Provisions. Also, too, it's an application for the subsidy as well. It has multiple pages, and basically they're certifying that yes, in fact, they were involuntarily terminated, or it was a reduction in hours as well. And also, too, that they are not eligible for other coverage and they are not eligible for Medicare as well, too. A portion of this in that DOL summary document, you will see the requests for and what they need to fill out in regards to their eligibility as well too. So hopefully when you're sending this out, they're sending this back to you as well. And that gray box on the bottom, that is for the employer to verify, in fact, they are considered a AEI, assistance eligible individual. So who gets the notices? It's kind of confusing because we have so many. So the first one's going to be just a COBRA qualified beneficiary, right? Notice 1 is for those that are eligible for COBRA April 1st to September 30th, 2021. The COBRA Notice 2 are COBRA qualified beneficiaries that lost coverage due to reduction of hours or, again, involuntary termination or currently on COBRA. Also, too, we need to go back all the way to November 2019 to see who fits that definition and who should be receiving these forms. And COBRA Model Notice number 3 is for those that would fall into the mini state COBRA programs as well, too. So now that we have all of these notices, our clients are going to be into 2 different buckets. You have a TPA, WageWorks, Connexus, Task. They're going to be taking care of it for you. There may be a fee, but you will want to make sure that they are doing their job and making sure it's customized and sent out in time too. For the COBRA Model Notice number 2 that I've been talking about, that second chance COBRA notice, the individual needs to receive it by May 31st. So make sure if you are administrating COBRA as an employer, you have a copy of proof of mail, whether it be a first-class stamped envelope with the date on it, making a copy of that, or you can also ask for the USPS proof of mailing as well too, which is an extra charge. From when the recipient receives the documents, they do have 60 days to elect and send that information back to you. Again, this is for the second chance COBRA notice. Also, too, they sent us a model notice of expiration of premium assistance, and they do have a deadline as well as when this needs to be sent out. So you'll see it's August 16th to September 15th, letting people know that the COBRA subsidy will be ending by the end of September as well. So you have those requirements on your plate as well if you're administrating COBRA. So just some helpful hints is, 1, get your list, whether you have your payroll system, who has been taking off your benefits, who had a COBRA qualifying event. Of those folks, was it voluntary termination or involuntary? Also, too, was it for gross misconduct? Weed out that list and see who actually will be getting the second chance forms. You'll also want to go back all the way back to November 2019. Keep in mind, now we have to customize those forms as well too. We need to personalize those. We need to put their names in there. We need to have specific dates in there as well too. If there are requirements in regards to mailing them out, especially with the second chance form, you're going to want to make sure that you're sending it out on time. Keep in mind that May 31st is that deadline for that COBRA number 2 form, and don't forget to send it with the summary as well, so someone can apply for the assistance. Also, too, once that is sent out and you receive it back in, now the second chance COBRA form should come back to you within 60 days of them having receipt of it. Once you get that back, then you will have to process the elections. This is unprecedented. We have never seen anything like this before. Is it confusing? Yes. Are we waiting for guidance from the carriers? Absolutely. Are we going to see the number of claims jump up because people are getting free insurance, 100% covered, could be for their whole family, for medical, dental, and vision, no cost? Are we going to see claims skyrocket? Or could we be helping out people that, unfortunately, due to business, could not afford to take COBRA and are having some of their necessities in regards to medications, maybe surgeries done as well too. So it will be interesting to see how it impacts the industry, how it helps those that were impacted by COVID as well. But also to keep in mind that from the carrier standpoint, this is unprecedented to have people come in mid-year. How that is going to be handled, we're keeping our fingers and toes crossed at this point, because I think there are a lot of unknowns right now. But we did want to give you just a quick kind of overview and update as well. We do want to let you know that because this is so confusing and because we're getting so many calls with various questions, we are going to be having a mid-year labor law update for employers, talking about all the expanded leaves, all the paid sick leave. We're going to be talking about OSHA requirements. We're going to be talking about vaccinations, and yes, the ever so popular COBRA subsidy. So we hope that you can join us. The link is down below. It is May 4th, and it is going to be with Jim Gilbert. I hope you can attend. Please send us your questions beforehand. And if I went too fast, if you are still very confused on what should be happening next, how this is going to impact you, what you need to do at your particular location there, please reach out to us. Let us know how we can assist you. And if we need to set up a time to really hold your hand and make sure you are compliant with the model notices, the deadlines, and processing the various COBRA subsidy applications, please let us know. We're here to help. Again, thank you for listening. I hope this was beneficial, and we look forward to seeing you live soon. Take care.